Come on. Hello.
Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm really sorry that I didn't really vlog at all during my college program. I had no idea what I was doing. My bad. And I didn't really understand how to edit a lot either, and I didn't really have a lot of time. I didn't have a camera, so I mean that's a lot of excuses, but I blogged. So if you want to check out like everything that I wrote about my experiences, head to mainstreetsweetie.wordpress.com, and you'll be able to look underneath the DCP info and stuff like that, and you'll get to be reading a little bit of my information and a lot about my journey doing the college program of fall of 2015. 3 years later, oh sorry, I have paint on my hand. 3 years later, and I'm a senior in college now. Still a communication major, and I am so excited to be able to be graduating in May. I'm like 3 weeks away, so it's crunch time, but I'm excited because I'm going back to Disney World. I got accepted back into the Disney College program on the 2nd of April, and I got accepted as the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and Pirate League hostess, and I am so excited about this. Like I was freaking out, and even more so freaking out because once I got all my pay done, like paid for my program and every available date was May 21st. It's like April 10th right now. So I was kind of freaking out a little bit there for a while because I graduate May 6th. So I would only have like 2.5 weeks before I have to leave to go to Disney World for like 8 months. So, which is great, don't get me wrong. But so that was that. So let's talk about a little bit about how I'm going to do this program and everything that's kind of gone on since then. So I applied to the college program like mid-February-ish, late February. I didn't do it like the first day like I did my first time around, and that was because I was really trying to get into the Disney professional internships, which if you don't know anything about that, it's kind of like the college program on steroids, if that makes sense. It's like for the college program, you're given like hourly jobs like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique or a character attendant or a character performer, all that kind of fun stuff. The professional internships, you get to actually like do a job, so to speak. I don't know how to really put that, but since I'm a communication major, I was looking for going into communication and social media, and I got a few phone screens, which is really, really big. But unfortunately, I did get rejected for those, but no hard feelings because I still wanted to be. Imagine my surprise when I had to, pick my date and then start trying to gather up roommates, which was really kind of crazy for me. I did finally get a Facebook, like, whoa, I got a Facebook. And so that made it a lot easier than the first time around because it took me like literally 3 months to find my roommates because I used Instagram and like Tumblr. So I would suggest getting a Facebook if you want to, even if you just get it for like the DCP stuff and you can follow like the pages and stuff like that. I got them all already, so I'm really excited about that. And we're all getting ready to graduate in May and like the end of April as well. So we're all going to be over 21, so we're going to be in the non-wellness housing, which if you don't know, there's wellness and non-wellness, and wellness is when you are under 21 or at least one person in that group is under 21 and you're not allowed to have alcohol in the apartment. Non-wellness is just the opposite, that everybody is over 21 and then you can have alcohol in the apartment. Fun times. Anyway, so let's talk about the program the second time. I'm really going to try to do a lot more of like vlogging kind of stuff, especially to get me kind of more into the tune of how to video edit a lot better. And I really just am looking forward to doing this program the right way. I don't think I did it the right way the first time. So that being said, let's talk about how my first program went. So my first program, I don't know if you guys remember, but I got accepted into fall for merchandise, and which I was really excited because I've done a lot of retail in my life, and that, I mean, you have that interaction with like the kids and be like, oh my God, look at this, it's Elsa, and stuff like that. So I was really excited. I moved in August 24th. I want to see that. So I was like one of the last ones to arrive for the fall. Whenever you're trying to get into the housing and stuff, the earlier the better. The earlier you arrive, the more chances you are to be able to have your entire roommate group together. I learned that the hard way when we were doing housing registration, and then I was only allowed to like pick one other person to kind of like be in my room, so to speak. But we got it all figured out. We all ended up rooming together. So when I got down there, you go through check-in and everything, and that was at Vista Way, and that's where I ended up living. I know you guys probably heard, if you're watching this, you've probably heard a lot about Vista Way and all the horror stories that go along with it, and it's not that bad. I didn't think it was really that bad of a complex. Yeah, it's a little dated, but it was cheap back then, and I mean, you're almost barely ever there unless you're sleeping, and when you're sleeping, you don't see the apartment anyway. So, this time around, though, I'm gonna try to get Chatham. So, check-in day, that's when you get like where you're going to be. I had heard in the past that you could possibly get Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique if you were in merchandise, which is not true because you have to get Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique hostess if you're going to do Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. So I was really hoping for that, and I didn't get it, but I did get the location of World of Disney. And if you don't know where that is, it's in like that downtown Disney Springs area, so that it's not really part of the parks, but it's part of the parks. It's the biggest Disney store in the entire world. So there was a lot to do, and there was a lot of area to cover and a lot of people. So it was really stressful for me, but I got through it and got to learn a lot about myself and how I am as a retail person, as well as like just as a worker. Learned a lot about myself with that. Speaking of learning about myself, I ended up leaving my set of roommates, my first set of roommates. Some stuff happened, I don't really want to talk about it, but I ended up moving to another set, and that's when my program kind of turned around and made it a little bit of a turning point. Unfortunately, that was like in November, so I only had like a month and a half left, so oops. I did do the education portion, and that was probably the best part of everything. I really, 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 really urge you to consider doing the education portions, like the seminars or even the collegiate classes, because that was really eye-opening to me. You really get to see this backstage view of how the companies run. There's like the backstage view that you get as a worker, but there's a whole other thing about learning the intricate workings of how corporate does their stuff, and that's really, I think, what was the coolest thing for me. I took corporate analysis and Disney Heritage. Disney Heritage was just kind of like a review about kind of how Disney World and Disneyland and the whole Disney Corporation came to be. So you got to learn a lot about Walt, which I was super excited about because I know like everything there is to know about Walt. And that was a lot of fun. And so I ended up getting my doctorate and my master's degree. That's literally what they're called. I'm so excited about it. So I am going to take classes again as I continue on and do my second program. I'm so excited, you guys. It's like heart pumping. I can't sleep. I can still sleep anymore. I'm like looking up all the kind of blogs that I used to and revisiting things and seeing how things have changed since I left. I have not been back to Disney since I left in January of 2016, and so that's kind of a lot of change since then. Like Pandora came out, so I haven't seen that. Toy Story Land comes out in June of this year, and so I would get to be a part of that. I'm so excited about that. I'm also just really excited about my role. I only took this time around 3 options of roles. I put down that I was interested in Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, in vacation planning, and character performing. So, with vacation planning, I thought would be really great for me because I know so much about the parks and have like my tips and tricks that I have on my blog, and would be able to help people out. And then that would maybe help me out with my communication degree and get. Unfortunately, I guess that changed after I got my acceptance. I went ahead and looked through some things again, and vacation planner is not what it used to be. It's just like the person that gives you the tickets. So, which it's a great job if that's what you want to do. Like, that's cool. That's just not like my idea of what I would want to do. So I got really lucky. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is like where you get to go and transform a prince or princess into being a prince or princess. So that's where whenever you see the little girls or guys walking around the parks with like the like severe like buns and all the glitter and the bows and the tiaras and the like the huge dresses and everything, that's gonna be my job. And I'm so excited about it. I love making magical memories, and that was the best part of my program. It was trying to find the magic in every day, and I get to do that again with this amazing role, and my costume is gonna be so cute. I am so hype about that. So yeah, I'll probably, so that's a little bit about what's going on. I'll probably be doing some more little videos here and there about like how everything's going on, but I would keep up with my blog because it's easier for me to write like during classes than it is to vlog during classes. So I will include a link to my blog on down below, and I would follow it if I were you because there's a lot of fun. So without further ado, I'll see you real soon.